Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I will be making you this popular Iraqi dish. This is called Bamya. It's basically made out of beef and okra and red sauce. It is extremely easy to make, very delicious, and everyone loves it. I absolutely love making it because it's easy and quick and it doesn't take much time. I will show you what you will need to make this delicious dish. So let's get started. And here's what we need. We're going to need some okra. It doesn't matter if it's frozen or fresh okra or any brand of okra. I'm using this type and this is the size, and I will include it to the description box. This is a good brand and you can find it at the Arabic market. I have 5 pieces of dried lemon, 1 can of tomato paste, that size. I have 2.5 pounds of stew meat. You could add more if you like more meat. I also have 1 whole head of garlic and 1 tablespoon of salt and 2 fresh lemon, and a pot to cook the beef in it. I went ahead and put 5 cups of water on high heat, and I put the meat in there. After 10 minutes, you're gonna end up with brown foamy stuff that you need to get rid of, and you have to get rid of that water and clean the meat. So I'm gonna put it on low. I cleaned the meat, got rid of that water, and put 10 cups of warm water in here, and I added the meat back in. And at this point, I will leave it on high heat and put the lid back on. It's going to take about 3 hours to cook the meat completely. And right here I'm going to do a little, this is after 3 hours. I'm going to check my meat. I'm just taking a small piece to make sure it's cooked. And you want your meat to be completely cooked, so if I'll stick the spoon in there, it's gonna cut easily. And right here, this is a good sign, it is ready. I will take my okra. I'm just going to add it into that beef and the water. If you feel that the water level is a little lower, you could add a little more water. Do not be afraid. I'm going to close this here and wait a little bit. This is after 5 minutes. Water's boiling. I'm adding the dried lemon and the garlic. I cracked the dried lemon. That's the only way you can get all the flavor into your stew. If you don't crack it, you won't get that flavor in there. I'm adding the tomato paste at the same time. I'm going to keep it on high heat for the next 30 minutes. All I'm doing here is mixing the tomato paste really well. And I do need to add the salt and the lemon juice. So I need the stew to get a bit thicker, so I will cover it for 5 minutes. This is after 5 minutes. I am going to add the 1 tablespoon of salt, and of course salt is optional. If you don't want salt, you don't have to add salt. The sauce looks a bit thicker. This is good. I will be adding my salt and the fresh lemon juice. I did squeeze 2 of them, but if you don't like it sour, you could add only 1. I do like it sour, so I squeezed 2 lemons. And that's about it here. It is on high heat still. I will be keeping this on high heat for the next 25 minutes, and after 25 minutes this should be ready. Meanwhile, I'm gonna move on to making my white rice. I have 3.5 cups of rice that I washed and rinsed, and I have a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil in there. I added the rice to the oil on high heat, and I'm adding 1 tablespoon of salt. And I will add 4 cups of warm water. I'm just gonna give it a quick mix. Do not mix the rice way too much because the rice grain will break if you mix it way too much. Here's 4 cups of water. the lid back on, but I will not close the lid completely. Just look at the way I leave it cracked open like that for the next 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm just kind of checking on the stew just to make sure everything is looking good. It is getting thicker, and it's almost done. I just wanted it a bit thicker, so I'm gonna keep it on a little longer, and I will turn off later. This is after 10 minutes for the rice, and you want to look for those dots. Once you see those dots, you can give the rice a quick mix. So this was after 10 minutes, and I lowered the heat. And I'm going to cover it completely at this point for the next 10 minutes, and I'm just bringing the temperature back up just a little. And this is after an additional 10 minutes. And at this point, I could add the half a cup of water. Altogether 20 minutes, and that's when I'm adding the water. That's when I'm adding the half a cup of water. Just going to even out everything. And I'm going to put the lid back on. All I need to do is leave the rice on simmer for the next 10 to 15 minutes. And this is after 15 minutes exactly, and it was on simmer. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's completely done. I will turn it off, and I'm also turning off the stew because it is ready. It took altogether 35 minutes for the rice to cook completely, and I went ahead and turned off the stew already, and I'm turning off the rice. Everything is done. Here's what it looks like. This is a great dish, very easy to make, tasty, healthy. You could eat it for lunch or dinner. I hope you try it, and I hope you enjoyed watching my video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.